Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and I am streaming The Lord of the Rings Online. I'm going to be doing some Helm's Deep content on my Rune Keeper on the Anor server. And I did a little bit of fixing with my audio issues, so I never got my headset quite working, but if I just change the sound playback here, the in-game audio should be working. Okay, I hear it fine. Now, for some reason, is that your phone? Now you all should be able to hear it fine as well. Although it actually, that sounds really bad. I don't know why. Might have done the wrong one. Now I'm hearing some clicky noise. Anyway. Trying to get the audio set up, and hey Ozcrow and RPG. So just one more thing and the audio should be set up. Yeah, okay. So audio issues should be fixed, and I was just a little bit late getting into the game is why everything wasn't actually set up before. So I have a Hobbit gift, a silver one to open. And what I'm actually going to be doing today is Helm's Deep content, as I mentioned. So I need to go to Edoras, that is where my map home is. But we will also be doing, with my kinship, some epic battles. I believe today is Helm's Dike. And then on Friday we will be doing Deeping Wall, the raid I was going to say the raid version. It is the raid version, but it's the only raid epic battle that is available right now. And that's pretty much as far as like the level 95 endgame what we will be doing. It looks like Chrome wants to take up all my CPU power again, so I just have to close that window in a minute. Sometimes it will actually work and let me play LOTRO without lag, but not that time. And I thought I recognized that person. He is in my kinship. We will probably be running with him, but also, I just thought about this, I didn't mention it yet. If you all hear background noise, it might just be my dishwasher. I don't know how loud like the mic would pick something like that up, but that is running right now. And I'm trying to think, what do I need to do for the quests? It looks like, oh yeah, I have some quests actually here in Edoras, so we will start with those. I feel like it's taken me forever, but it's only been 3 minutes. Sometimes it takes me way longer to get set up once I start a stream. But actually, one reason I'm late, not like super late, but just late with getting everything set up, is because I was working on some upcoming videos and I just wanted to finish something I was in the middle of. So what's coming up should be exciting. It has nothing to do with a Rune Keeper or West Rohan or even Mordor Besieged or anything like that. But I am going to be testing out a new, it's not really a new series, but just some different types of videos. So I have 4 specific videos planned that I actually, to be honest, already recorded them. I've like recorded these 4 videos and gotten to where they're like ready to edit, but I decided I'm going to redo it just to make some things more clear, and usually recording things a second time around, doing 2 takes will make it better. So that's kind of the goal with redoing it, but because it's kind of an experimental test series or test set of videos, because it's just something new, I think it'll just be interesting to see, but it's going to be on the captain class. And I'll talk about it all in the first video, which I'm hoping if I can get the first video like by Monday of next week, that would be good. So yeah, that's just what I was working on before this stream and why I was late. Trying to work it to where I can redo it. But anyway, I'm excited to get those videos out. And this Friday I will have another video on the Rune Keeper. That one is, as far as I know, ready to go. I did have some issues with it to start, but those should be fixed. Oh yeah, I got a broken cloak clasp on this character. I think you can upgrade the Dragok cloaks or something like that with this, and it gives them like a shiny effect for cosmetics. So I will have to find somebody that can get me a cloak. I don't know if you have to actually run Dragok probably to do that. And apparently this is like a really low drop rate. So I'm excited to be able to use that and eventually get my shiny cloak. But I'm trying to remember, while we're somewhat paying attention to the story here, what I need to do on this character as far as West Rohan goes, because I think I have done one other stream. Yeah, I've done one other stream of West Rohan content. I think one of them I may have done epic battles and didn't actually do any of the quests. Oh, it was the Sunday stream. So on Sunday we do our low level group, but then some people in the group decided they wanted to do epic battles after we finished our first Moria instance. So I did that on this Rune Keeper, but actually I thought I did that on the captain. I don't even remember anymore. Was it? It was on my captain. I don't know, I thought there was another time I played my Rune Keeper and specifically like didn't do this quest that I just did to keep it all in this. But anyway, it doesn't really matter, I'm just trying to remember where my character is. None of these look useful, and there I go scratching the microphone. So these Edoras quests will not be available after evacuation. So I should probably try to do all the Edoras quests before we evacuate. Because that is one thing with this series, just like going back on my Rune Keeper and doing all the West Rohan content, I want to actually do it again to re-experience it and see if I think better or even more poorly of it. The first time around I thought fairly poorly of it. Partially because of amount of combat and war steeds, and also partially because... Okay. Partially because of Rohan. And as far as East Rohan goes, I didn't enjoy the questing there. So I also didn't do all of the West Rohan questing. I'm remembering Edoras and the stuff I've done on this character. I also remember some in Underharrow and even maybe Dunharrow. Some of the stuff I did like on my Warden in the first stream I did that involved this. They really don't want you to jump down that way. I think once you get over here though, you can jump down. You just have to go around a little bit. Melancholic townsperson. Alright. She gave me a quest where I had to talk to the melancholic townspeople, and she was one of them. So that's kind of funny. But so far, I will say West Rohan isn't that bad with questing. The little bit I did in Entwade down to... Oh, I didn't really do Eastfold, did I? I honestly don't remember too much with the landscape here. I really forgot about Eastfold. I guess it is one of the kind of subzones of West Rohan. And then Far Anorian connects. But I think Far Anorian is not till level 105. I really didn't think you went from West Rohan to Far Anorian, but I didn't do too much of the Anorian zones because I wasn't enjoying questing then either. No, it's something that's come up basically. I feel like every time I do anything with LOTRO, I have to bring up Anorian and Gondor for some reason. Anorian, Gondor, and Rohan being not my favorite areas, but at least with West Rohan, I am excited to redo it. Because again, what I've done so far has actually been surprisingly enjoyable. And maybe just with the context of everything going on around that time with East Rohan and Mountain Combat, those two main things driving me to dislike these quests. Right now I'm just running around talking to people. not too much to it. At least I can be, if I was on my worsty trying to navigate this, it'd probably actually make it a little bit annoying, so I just decided to go with the slow, regular mount. Is this the disputed house? No, that's the abandoned house. Maybe it is the disputed house though, because I had a ring on the mini-map there. The house is in complete disrepair, yet I feel like I'm going to be repairing it somehow by cleaning up 9 old messes. Really? Search the desk. I can't even tell. It looks like that's supposed to be like some sort of cloth or like a cloak or something like that, but it also looked like a big pile of dripping like throw up. Oh, there are a bunch of bugs in the old fire. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be like some sort of cloth. They really are having me do their dirty work though. Navigate upstairs. So 2 more messes and I still need to search the desk. This looks like a desk. Actually more of a table. That could serve as a desk, I suppose. It's kind of like me, I'm using a table as a desk. I would say this is a nice bedroom, but there are a bunch of spider webs on the bed. The bed looks a little small for an elf person. But, oh yeah, there's also a ton of spider webs on the floor. I didn't even look at the floor. Surprisingly, none on the ceiling. I don't know how they did that, but otherwise it could have been nice. Lockbox? Don't need that. Okay, so I got all the messes. Oh, I need to read the note. I remember seeing something about the desk. Find the second clue. The tapestry. Oh, I guess I should have actually paid attention to that quest that said search whatever. So now read, and then third clue, because I clearly paid attention. Guessing eventually I will go to that chest because I was able to target it, but I have no idea. And there are a bunch of bugs around that plant. The third color is purple. Oh, it's the bed, not the chest. The lockbox. Oh, now I search the lockbox. Oh, and that gives me a quest. Choose the first color. Uh-oh. I should have paid attention. So the third color is purple. I know that much. I wonder if I still have all the letters. I do. That is very fortunate. So first color is red. Second color is green, third color is purple, and the last one is blue. That means... What? Second color is green? Wait, didn't I choose green? Okay, so I did red. And then it says the second color is green. I wonder if I just misclicked the first time because I thought I chose green, but this time it worked, and I thought I did the same thing last time. So got that done, and now I need to read the deed. So read the deed, and bring... Kind of odd to run into somebody like doing this same thing in this house, but I need to bring it to Britred. I have no idea where they are. Yeah, I was guessing Sigun and Sigmar were these two people because it was about the house. Oh, I need to tell each of them that they lost their claim? So I guess neither of them get the house. It was like a disputed house, I guess, of whose house it should be. And it turns out neither of them get it. Don't think this jewelry is useful either. I actually have the epic battle jewelry, which is nice. For like the stats, it's just pretty good. Hey mediocre Richard, you said my guides and content are awesome and they keep making you come back to LOTRO. One day maybe you'll finish one tune and see in-game stuff. Well, one thing with LOTRO, and thank you for the compliments about the guides and content, but one thing with LOTRO that's nice about it is you don't even necessarily need to do the in-game to enjoy it, I don't think. Like, just occasionally questing I think is fun, and like this character in this server even, we do a lot of the lower level end-game content. So you can try to do group content that's kind of end-game like as you level up if you go through slowly. But yeah, endgame in LOTRO is pretty good. I'm excited to also reach an Minas Morgul because I have not gotten to it yet there. And what I've done on it on this server, Anor, I've enjoyed all the endgame content here. Oh, do I have quests outside? A little bit outside Edoras. I have a lot of quests that look like they are ready to turn in. Like I can use mithril coins on all of them, which means you travel to the objective. And I thought usually those were like specifically turn-ins. Oscro, you think the crafting is good compared to other MMOs? That is one thing I think is true about low-level crafting. However, we'll see what's in here. One thing with a good chunk of the crafting after low level is I'm not that as much of like a fan of it. I kind of feel like for a while it felt neglected in a way. But there were some parts like the Anorian tier. I liked a little bit of the crafting that was going on there. But what I'm really thinking is after the Supreme tier, it went down a little bit in terms of how much I just enjoyed crafting, I mean. And so far, back to Minas Morgul, the Minas Ithil tier of crafting, that one seems enjoyable. Did I even need to go down here? I don't know why, I just wanted to explore this area, I guess. I'm guessing these are supposed to be like rooms that I am just barging into. Kinda just neat to explore. Oh, and there's somebody and their dog. Oh. And then she's sitting there on the chair and I didn't even see her. I like kept barging into the rooms and nobody was there, and then the last one I go into, somebody's actually there. That's one thing with LOTRO, I like the environment, some of the world building they do with. It's a pretty standard thing, but it is something I enjoy with this. Just like with actually having people in one of the rooms and these random townspeople. Let's see, what is back here? Okay. I don't think I need to do anything else in the tavern, but just having fun exploring. Here is a quest to pick up. This quest must be completed alongside a melancholy minstrel. Well, I have the melancholic minstrel, but not a melancholy minstrel. Continue quest. I wonder if there's actually a quest called a Melancholy Minstrel, though, that's like a follow-up to this, or if it's just a little bit of an error in the text used. So the orange quest is the Melancholic Minstrel. Demonstrate to Atwald that you may help an Edoras. Alright. Anything else for him? It does not look like it. I do have a quest way in the east that may be... Oh, moving a city. Edoras quest will not be available after the evacuation, so I do not want to do the quest in the east, so we can keep continuing along with like the western part of this town. Ask the neighbors, okay. Search rocky outcroppings for signs of something. Saberg. So we can finally move out of Edoras without evacuating. Just move out for questing. I really feel like I keep opening and closing my map. It's one thing it just seems like I do a lot on LOTRO, especially when questing and just trying to navigate. I don't know if it's annoying just having that randomly pop up a bunch, but to see where to go, it is something I think you need to open a lot. But with LOTRO specifically, it's like the whole screen. If there might even be like a UI skin that makes the map smaller that I should probably look into, because I like if the map takes up maybe 50% of the screen even, as long as it's readable with that. And at the same time, kind of like World of Warcraft's map, where if you have the map open, it takes up a fairly small portion of the screen, and if you're moving, it'll like go a little bit transparent. That is the type of map I like, even if it's not the most realistic. Like in LOTRO's, it's in a way a little bit more realistic that your character would pull out a map and that would be like their viewpoint, but at the same time you could look at a map and see where you're going at the same time. But anyway, we have I think about 8 minutes, so probably 10 to 15 minutes until we start the epic battle. I think it's Helm Dike again. I guess I can actually look. I don't know who all signed up for this, but yeah, Helm Dike. But we should have a full 6-person group. It's just a potential that we might have some leftover people. So did I just get a fishing quest? Ooh. I had one of these. Oh, I still do actually have my fishing rod. It's been a long time since I fished in LOTRO. I even have my fishing skill there. Wow. I gotta remember how to fish though. I think you press the fishing skill again once your fish comes and hits your bobber. Or usually it's like seaweed or something you get, if I remember correctly. So Ozcrow, you rarely get a chance to do dungeons in MMO, so you rely on crafting gear. Yeah, crafted gear on LOTRO, especially at low levels again, is insanely strong. And I think even for a level 95 cap here on Anor, it's actually the best gear that's available as crafted gear. And it's just like, if you have your guild crafting up and have the materials for it, that's all you need. And usually, there are some pieces that are good at higher levels, but not the best. That's kind of what I like with crafting. If you can get a decent set of baseline gear with crafting, that is reasonable to me. And maybe you can have even some of the best pieces be crafted, as long as it doesn't force whoever wants those pieces of gear to craft. Kind of like how you have crafted relics for a while there. You basically had to have crafting and guild crafting and all that on whatever endgame character you had to be able to get the best gear, particularly with the crafted relics for legendary items. So that system was a little bit frustrating to me, because I would always like to do crafting on my alts, and on my main character, I think Explorer, or back in the day, I thought Explorer was the most fun, and I'd just like gather logs, hides, and ore. And then the actual crafting I did on my alts, who were always low level, but getting the crafted relics specifically, I mean, like the really good ones, you had to be a guild crafter. And that was one thing I didn't like about LOTRO's crafting for a while, but I think, I'm not sure in Minas Morgul how it is, but with Veils of Anduin at least, that wasn't necessary anymore. And it was one thing I liked with that update. And it might have changed before that even. That's just the first one I really paid attention again. Fishing can be relaxing. There was one time in LOTRO, or one time period in LOTRO where I was fishing a lot. Oh, did I the last one I caught weeds. Caught quite a few ordinary trout, which I think are the quest items. An obstacle is blocking my cast. I didn't mean to move if I did move, but this is a good fishing perch. Ooh. Is it actually going to work? What's funny is it'll show the fish and you put the fish in your pockets, and then sometimes you'll catch like weeds. Like I did. This one starts a quest. Wow. But yeah, there was one period in LOTRO where I was doing a lot of fishing. And it was pretty fun. I caught Old River King. Wow. Oh, that actually counts as an Edoras quest. That's crazy. I feel like I should get Old River King, like as a trophy for that. Alright, so the next step... Oh, I saw the ring on my mini-map, and of course it's just this guy. The next step is going to be equipping my runestone, which I think is that one. I don't remember if I actually settled which runestone I use. Oh no. Probably this leveled up the max one here, actually. The one with stuff in it. Alright, so maybe I shouldn't get on my war steed. I have the teal quest here, which is a missing child, so... Oh, that's who I'm searching for? For some reason I thought it was like the child, something they lost. Like a toy or something like that, but I'm actually searching for a missing child in the rocky outcroppings of Edoras. Walnut branches? Wonder if I can get those. What is this character's crafting? See, he's actually a tailor. I'm not quite finished with East of Net. One thing I needed to do was my prospecting, so I cannot gather any of those things while out here. There's no sign of Saberg here. No sign of him here. And there's like one more spot I think I saw on the map that he could be. Yeah, this last ring here to the east. And eventually I will need to collect nettles, collect burdock, and collect pelts. I assume the nettles and burdock are some sort of plants for the soothing tea. So I'm going to join my kin's Discord since we're about to start the epic battles, it looks like. And just so everybody does know, you all won't be able to hear the audio, but you'll still have in-game audio. And that's pretty much it. I do need to make sure the output is right. Yep, I just gotta turn my volume up so I can hear. Actually, I don't even know. I gotta find real quick where I turn my volume up and then I'll actually be ready. So if I go to USB, there we go. Had it on mute. Alright, audio is working. Quick. It's just the last few streams that took quite a few minutes to actually get the stuff working, so happy that's working good. Seven. This time I can hear right away. This time I can hear right away. Yep. Oh, this time I can actually hear you all. Yeah. Okay, apparently they couldn't hear me that well. So we're about to start. I need to head east for something. I have a white ring. There's a beloved pet. Head east. Okay, that's all it says. Follow the fox north. Oh. I don't think the fox is going north. I am going north and the fox can follow me though. It's like one of those escort quests where like you're escorting somebody but you actually have to follow them around and they're actually escorting you around. But the opposite where it says follow the fox north. I am rank 1. So I'm a rank 1 engineer. Oh, now I need to go back to Saberg. But let's see. Maybe I don't know if the whistle summons Saberg or the fox. Whistle for summoning Saberg or the fox should you become separated. So I have to see now. Oh, there's Saberg. She was just, I guess, I don't know. I just totally missed that she was actually there. Okay, now I need to bring Saberg to the other kid, I think. So I should be able to do this running through the town so I don't have to go through all the terrain. But I also think I can just do the other quests I need. So I will head east here and see if I can start picking up any of the nettles or burdock or finding any animals to get their pelts from. Mainly interested in finding the nettles and burdock first. Just because I think gathering things would be a little bit more difficult and more like specific area. I don't know if this is where that could be, there, west. So don't see anything there. Oh, more walnut branches. I don't even really need these walnut branches. I think maybe my warden would craft with those, but at this point, woodworker, as far as I know, won't be the most useful or exciting thing to be doing, but can still gather them while I go past them. So I think we're trying to see who all is coming, and then we'll get started with the epic battle. But yeah, still going to try to do some quests in the meantime here. So I guess I will look here. Drop a fine clover honey. I think that's just a thing and I don't need it yet. There are animals here, which I could get some hides from, or pelts, but I can ignore them for now. Actually, I want to see, because I'm targeting this deer, how much damage I do. So I think I do way less damage than my guardian, who has like nothing upgraded on her war steed, and like not even a... This character might not even have a good one of these. So I still have my level 75 bridle like completely unupgraded, or almost completely unupgraded. But even my guardian, who's in the same situation, does a lot more damage on the war steed, which is so weird. That it's like guardian is, so from my experience, like the strongest class on a war steed. I think yellow, it's kind of like being off the war steed with the Rune Keeper. The red one here, the fire, whatever these are called, toggle skill things. Disciplines? Yeah, disciplines. But the red one's like damage over time based, so I shouldn't expect to really one-shot mobs or do a bunch of damage at once, but eventually over time. They should be killed. So new deed, Herd Creature Slayer of the Westimnet. How many do I have to kill? 80, that's a lot. That's one thing with Slayer deeds in zones like these, they just take forever. Oh, it's the... I saw the little combat things. I thought it... What does he have, a ring? Oh, I have to click them to gather their pelts. Okay, well we can go ahead and do some of that, because that's another thing where like I can just run around and do my quests, but then if I have to actually click them and interact with them. Maybe. Wonder how I have to trigger being able to use that. But yeah, trying to get these pelts. Ooh, I must have switched zones. I remember Martin, I think. I don't remember anything specific about it, but I think I remember that area. If I go back to it, I'll probably recognize it more. But based on the map, I think... Oh, that's a level 95 org. I think it is time to see if I can kill a level 94. I was able to do a level 95 6-man, but I was healing it so I didn't have to worry about getting deflected with all my attacks. If I get like one epic conclusion even. The instance hasn't started up, has it? Oh. There it is, okay. I was just making sure you all weren't in it that whole time. So I just gotta kill this org, which is the experiment to see if I can. It just takes forever because they deflect a lot, but I can run away and as long as some of my stuns and slows hit. But we are going to be starting Helm's Dike. Hopefully I have a little bit more stuff to do this time. It seems like each time I run them, they get a little bit more enjoyable actually, instead of less enjoyable. Like last time it just kept getting like repetitive feeling. So I need 4 more points to become rank 2 engineer. So this is where they come from. So I think everybody in my group when I ran this last time already took the boxes, and that's why I couldn't find them, because I was so excited to be rank 1 engineer and like able to do that. I'm probably going to stay lightning, but I don't think in this one you really need heals or something like that. So we're following the Guardian around, and he's just giving us some stuff to do, which is good because I have no idea what to do. So I think kind of our main goal right now, even though the battle technically is going on throughout these, is... Oh, we're going down. Is that we're preparing for like just the stuff that happens. So like the side missions, I still don't have. You run too fast. But yeah, those side missions, if we get stuff like this set up, we can be more likely to get platinum, and which is just better to get. I really need to get level 95 though to really get the rewards out of becoming platinum. But also at the same time, you need 200 promotion points. I actually think maybe even 400. I do. Like if I remember correctly, maybe it's 400 promotion points you need for class trait points. It could be 200. But I don't remember. Like 2 sets of 200 is what I was thinking it was. Do you want one here? Oops. Did not mean to put it that way. Requires engineer rank 3 to dismantle. I need to also use self-motivation and distracting flame when I actually do get in combat. Okay, so we need to go construct barricades. See, this is already way more exciting than the first few times I ran epic battles on this character, even on the server, since Helm's Deep came out on Anor, because I actually have stuff to do now. Maybe like later on when it'll get more boring, and now I'm building barricades, which is less exciting. I think you can heal those. I don't know if that counts as building them, the healing, but I know you can heal structures, and it's a little bit weird, and the health actually will go up. So yeah, right now just looking for stuff to build, even though again all the combat and things are going on to the east, but that doesn't really matter. We just let the NPCs take care of that. So there might be, yeah, there's 2 more barricades here. Oh. So whenever the side mission things come on, pretty much what we do is go down as fast as possible and get that stuff done. So powder at the gate is one that can be tough, because we got to try to prevent any of the enemies to get to the gate. And ideally they won't even get past the barricades, but yeah, this is when epic battles, I say this every time, but this is when they do get exciting, so yep. But now I actually like get to do damage, which is something I can do on the Rune Keeper. My Rune Keeper, as far as scaling goes, actually scales fairly well to level 100 damage wise. My Warden doesn't do like bad damage, but it's all over time. I don't know, playing the yellow line, I could try that in these epic battles. And with like the newer epic battles, Pellar Gear, the newer one, the one that's slightly more enjoyable than these, I think. At least from what I've run of it, mainly like pickup group type stuff. I think having coordinated with epic battles does make them more interesting, as maybe like a once a week thing. I don't know if I want to run them all the time still, but we'll see once I get higher rank and all that. But so far, like, I still like playing with this group of players, but trying to enjoy the content that we're doing to play together. So far they aren't too bad. Focus mainly on like the positive parts like this, because if I was doing this without streaming, that's also one thing to consider, if I would still be enjoying it as much, because while I'm streaming I can talk about things and do all that while it's the arcade boss. Actually need to focus on the sappers here. But while, like, during the downtimes where there just isn't much to do and no combat and nothing exciting really going on, but yeah, during those downtimes I can like talk about stuff. Then during active times like this, I can talking about things during downtimes. But yeah, this is pretty fun, like trying to kill this arcade boss before he can do anything. Yeah, it looked like he skipped. This would be a fight that would be interesting to try in redline just because it is longer. I don't know how well the damage with that scales, but doing fine in the yellow line here. And so far we've had like nothing, no damage to the gate. We still need to kill a bunch of sappers and things like that, but we got the arcade boss down, so that's good. Forgot during combat I need to remember to use Distracting Flame, try and actually finish that deed, because I still have class deeds even though I'm level 86. These just take so long. I did get I mean even self-motivation, that one's only 350 times, so if I actually focused on it a lot more it would be done. It just has, I think, a minute cooldown. Could even go in the red line and just get traits, I think, that would shorten the cooldown if I just wanted that. But wow, dude, caltrops actually do that much damage, or was there something else that exploded for the 60? Must have been something else for the 64,000. So exciting that we got platinum. I didn't get anything out of it besides really nothing. Brandon got the Rune Keeper set ring. I have one. So now we take these somewhere else. So I think we're going to get our barricade set up over here. Really is crazy, I think, that you don't need to actually attack those mobs. Oh, mine's floating on the rock. Hopefully it works. That would really suck if they could just go under it because I put it right on top of the rock and didn't even notice it. Put some caltrops here too. I think the caltrops, they place center on me. I feel like kind of like hunter traps that I would probably put it here. I expected it to go out in front of me. So Ozcrow, you said, what would you say scales the best late game for a mostly solo content? If you're talking about like a class or a spec that scales the best late game, is not Redline Beorning. That is like the opposite. It becomes worse and worse as you get high level. Warden does scale pretty well with level. Burglar is another one that's strong at high level, but in a different way than what they are at low level, so it's a bit odd. I think the high rank engineer is upgrading some barricades, but Yellow Line Warden actually gets a lot stronger the higher level when you get more of the clash trait points, and I think Hunter is similar. They aren't necessarily bad at low level, but because of all the useful clash traits they have and just having more and more trait points with them just helps more and more as you get higher level. So you have a Red Line Minstrel and Yellow Line Champion. I'm not as familiar with those two. Those are probably like two of my least played things in the game. Yeah. I have one. Okay, so we got the protect the horses side mission, so we need to do that. One thing with Redline Mini is they have gone through a number of balance changes, especially with early game. So they used to one-shot mobs pretty easily at low levels, and that even continued somewhat till higher levels. Where should I do the barricade? Close. I think it slows them even if they go like vertical towards it. Oh, I can't jump out. Okay. But yeah, as long as our horses stay safe. And I don't know how many people here can heal, but you can heal the war steeds. I haven't paid attention to our group composition, maybe the only one. Yeah. You can heal the towers during that one too, a little bit. Wow, I want a skill that does a meteor like that. I know that's supposed to be from the catapult, but I feel like actually fire Rune Keepers do have combustion that's a little bit like that, but one with an even larger explosion would be fun. I'm just checking all the horse morale. And we've had 0 horses driven off, so that's good. I think they might regenerate morale over time. That Rohirrim's actually a bit low on morale. Oh, I kind of forgot about the topic. The game distracted me. So, Redline Mini, I didn't get to Yellow Champion yet. Champion is one of the classes that I haven't played too much. I actually enjoy Redline a lot more on the Champion. I know a lot of people like Yellow, it's just not my favorite thing in the game, but they are one that, from my experience, did we get Platinum? Oh, I got a set piece, but it's level 85, so it's like not that exciting. It's still good, and I think going to be either the same or might actually be the exact same as the other one once I equip it. Except 402, yeah, it's the exact same stats wise, but it is part of a set piece, so I will equip it. And that actually puts me at 2 pieces, so I get plus 10% healing over time, so that's nice. Anyway, we got Platinum on that as well, so we're doing really good in this epic battle. So Yellow Line Champion. Trying to think if mine like feels like it gets stronger. Stronger or even like weaker over time, and I feel like that one may be a little bit steady. But you remember about a year ago that Minstrel was high burst and you rarely died even in larger groups? Yeah, that was... They were pretty strong with leveling a while ago. And even towards higher levels, they weren't necessarily a lot worse, but damage did like taper off at very high levels, I thought. And then recently came back and it seems off. It's a lot slower to kill, but it's still quite hardy. Yeah, they first went through a balance pass where minstrels became weak solo again, so they just didn't do much damage. Like, they used to have a ton of AoE burst damage. And then, yeah, they were nerfed to where their damage was a lot lower, especially solo. And it kind of changed where you had to focus more on ballads and your anthems and building that stuff up, but it was a little bit extreme, and I think there were some changes again to make the solo a little bit better again and still focus on ballads and codas instead of the instant burst damage and using all of your AoE skills and then just like having no problem soloing any content with the things like that. I don't know where I need to place my barricades. Should I place my barricade there as well? Go ahead and build this one. So I am following the other Rune Keeper. I'm going to place my barricade near his, which I don't know where that is. There he is. While waiting to find out exactly where I need to do that, I'm going to build this barricade. kind of thinking in general with some other classes and specs, maybe just their scaling. I mentioned Redline Beorning. They do a ton of damage at low levels, but it's relatively weaker as you level up. I think that's just one of the more significant ones. Tactical classes, so something like Lore Master, tactical damage at very low level, LOTRO is just very low. So that does include Minstrel, but Lore Master and even Rune Keeper are pretty weak compared to what they usually are below about level 20. And it's especially true with Lore Master. They are extremely low damage that low level, so their pet will actually do a significant part of damage, like the Bog Guardian. It's very nice to get. I leveled a Lore Master starting 2 years ago on this server and did the whole stream series with that. And then I even leveled a second one on this server a few months ago. And I played with somebody that leveled a Lore Master as well, so very familiar with the low level Lore Master. But tactical damage does go up as you level up a bit, and especially as you get gear, even at very low level, like level 7, 10, before 20 is what I'm talking about. The crafted gear is pretty nice, and you can get the tactical damage. So you need to get arrows and give them to the archers. And to the west? Okay. So I'm actually going to place a barricade right here as well. So this side mission, Flames at the Gate, is a little bit exciting, but a bit different than the other ones. So just helping clear out the mobs here. If I can find the commander person guy, we can have him help with the damage and all that. But we have to defend the archers, and at the same time we'll have to defeat the war machine, which should be coming up in a minute. That's pretty easy to defeat, but yeah, just trying to defend the archer right now. I think I saw the war machine coming up, and there we go. This thing does a ton of damage. I kind of forgot about that, so it should not go quite down that much yet. I should have arrows, so these guys need arrows. I can get that to them. I didn't understand, a lot of these side missions actually didn't understand how they worked. But Ozcrow, you don't think it hurts to let the healing and taking classes have some way of leveling a bit quicker out of group? That is true. I actually think even the standard healing and taking classes, I don't think their DPS specs shouldn't be viable. Like, they don't even necessarily have to be like the best DPS, so like Guardian doesn't have to have it's destroyed. So we got another platinum. This time I got a pocket item, which is, I'd say, worse than the one I have, unfortunately. So that's pretty much it for this. And we just stay here and do a little bit of attacking. There's really not that much. I'm going to get this barricade, build it, place it, and do that stuff. Otherwise, there's just not much left to go in this epic battle. It becomes greatly unepic when there aren't any side missions left to go. But yeah, healing classes, like if the Minstrel didn't do decent damage, it would be very frustrating to level. And with the tanking ones like the Guardian, it's nice that they have a damage spec, so again that's faster to level. It'd be super slow if you only had like the blue line with Guardian. And that is true, Standing Stone Games does want to protect the Trinity system somewhat. It was kind of odd because they did an initial wave of rebalancing. I'm thinking it was around update 20, I'm not sure exactly, but where they were like just doing a lot of balance changes, and at one point Guardian was doing crazy damage, and then that was nerfed. If I remember all this correctly, it was a while ago. And also Minstrel was doing pretty good damage, and then they were eventually nerfed because I think some people didn't like that the traditional like healing and tanking classes did really great DPS, but I wouldn't mind that. And if they're at least viable damage, I think it's a good thing. And I think even now you could run with Redline Minstrel and like Redline Guardian as far as DPS goes. And I think Captain is an interesting one because they're more support as far as like the Redline DPS goes, but thinking about leveling a Captain is they are pretty slow out of group. I think they are one of the slowest classes, if not the slowest class to solo level out of a group. Just because they do so little damage even with their Herald and all that. And from all the characters I've leveled, which is pretty much one of every class to a decent amount, at least on this server, which has all been recent in the past 2 years, and some of them even more recent, like that Lore Master and some things. From my experience on them, Captain was by far the slowest to level, even like with the Lore Master being slow at very low level. That's actually another funny thing with the Captain, is at very low level, so like level 7, 5 to 10 in Era of the Wind, my Captain did crazy damage. It was really weird. I was doing more damage than a hunter I was leveling with, which is just super weird. But after that, especially by level like 15 to 20, my damage started to really drop off. And then by 30, I think I was pretty weak again. Pretty weak as in relatively weak, still at that level. It wasn't like super slow. I will say the Captain leveling is better than it used to be as far as I'm concerned with that. Because I did level another one when the High Elf was released to around 30 as well, I think. So the newest one, a couple years after that, actually about 3 years after that, it has improved. I don't know what like balance changes they've done exactly. And Ozkuro, you said a lot of the builds are kind of niche and take gear investment. That's also true. So like thinking about Redline Guardian endgame now, I think they pretty much run the same thing a champion would run gear wise, and if you make a Guardian expecting to tank and all that stuff, it is quite a big investment getting a DPS set on them. So it looks like the epic battle for some people, or is he just opening his boxes? Sometimes the epic battle is actually technically finished, and then, well, sometimes as of one time, the last time I ran them, I was like lagging behind a little bit and didn't actually know it was finished. But yeah, there's just nothing else to do here besides randomly attack orcs. I'm not even helping too much because this whole time, this whole battle, the NPCs have been taking care of like all this. But at least I can feel like I'm contributing a little bit. Another thing I like is also tanking and healing on the like old traditional tanking and healing classes. Like the Rune Keeper would probably be considered primarily a DPS in a little bit of a sense, but they are actually viable healers, and as far as I know, they have more healing output than minstrels, but they just don't provide as much with like buffs and valuable things that minstrel do provide that rune keepers don't. At least as far as I know, that's how it is with the Rune Keeper in the game right now. So that's kind of interesting. And the Beorning, that one's like a newer class. Let's see. Did we get platinum? We did get platinum, so that's nice. It's funny, I get the worst pieces I've gotten with that one, but it could still be better than what I already have. We'll look at that when we don't do the scaling stuff. Looks like I get another set piece, so that's 16th Rune Keepers. I think the set I'm using is 15th Rune Keepers. Again, all this doesn't really matter with the gear because it'll be like level 95. Somebody got a symbol. Congrats on the symbol. Those are exciting because at level 85 and I think 75, these things just weren't dropping that much. And now it doesn't matter too much because the end game is like epic battles where you don't... Your gear and like things like allies maxing that stuff out isn't as important with these. Even though it does help a little bit, like this one you've probably seen. Oh, Gandalf. You've probably seen that it's a large portion of the epic battles is about your promotion points rather than your actual character. But if we like go back and do some of the scaling instances and things like that, having gear and first stage allies and all that sort of stuff will be helpful. It just depends, I guess, what Arkin ultimately does like a few months or even a couple months down the road. So, Oscar, one thing you wish they would change is you wish you could own a house out of kin. If you're talking about like a kin house, that is a thing I could somewhat agree with. I'm not too much into the housing system with LOTRO. But yeah, having more options with housing, at least I don't think would be a bad thing. Yes, I very much agree. So somebody in my group said the epic battles are a lot more fun when somebody knows what to do and tells you what to do. That's what this epic battle is, pretty much. The one we just did, I mean, because I actually felt like I had things to do because somebody knew what to do and was telling us what to do, so I was engaged more throughout the entire time. So that was a little bit better. Okay, so I think a couple people are dropping out and might try to do the duo deeping wall. I still need to do the solo or duo. It looks like you can do the raid one though without doing that with this first. Yeah. I just need it to unlock like Deeping Coom and unlock the rest of them. So yeah, I guess I could even do the raid version for that. Oh. So it sounds like you need to do like the solo or duo version to unlock the next one. So I can do like the raid version of Deeping Wall, but it sounds like that might not unlock Deeping Coom for me. Is Thring. Alrighty. But at least I already have experience doing it. So at Thring, that's just talking about what we're going to do next. Thring, I did heal. I think was I level 85 when I did that? I don't remember. For some reason I was thinking I was, but it was a long time ago. It was like Sunday? Friday. I don't know, sometime a few days ago. I need to do some quests. Speak with Saberg. Continue, return to Theolak. So Theolak is slightly to the east, and then I'll turn north. Glittering Cave, the 3-man one, and the rest are solo and duo. That's one thing with epic battles is I feel like too many of them were like solo duo oriented. Guess I'll choose. Well, this isn't going to be an upgrade anyway. I don't think it's really the purple one, just because it has fate isn't that great. Yeah, sounds good. I really don't, I have so much tactical mastery on this character, I don't really need that though, so it doesn't matter which one I pick, I will just end up selling it. So we are going to do Deeping Wall Duo. This one of the Rohan epic battles, if I remember correctly, is my favorite one. So at this one, I don't know what to do. For some reason, I feel like being Vanguard? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Vanguard. For some reason, I feel like that's more useful in this one somehow. I don't know if that's exactly true. Increase the number of times your traps may be triggered by the enemy. Wow, I didn't know you could even do that. Get like 17 trap triggers from something like caltrops. That'd be crazy. If that's the way it works, the way it kind of says is that's how I'd think it'd work. Yeah, I'm almost rank 2 already. Oh, did it let me cast self-motivation because I had it queued up while I was doing the rock drop? That's pretty crazy if that's what actually happened. So I'm not sure there is actually too much to do here. With engineering, like I said, I think, if I remember correctly, Vanguard sounded like a good one for this. At least the raid version, maybe Vanguard sounded good for Deeping Wall. Small barricades. I have no idea where to put these, to be honest. I think for a while just enemies come up and you just click a bunch of things and... Actually, I do remember the NPCs do take quite a bit of damage, so... One thing I was actually doing was running around healing them because they were taking so much damage. I don't know, like catapult setting things like that up probably would help. Because I remember I actually did try this with somebody and we unfortunately failed. We lost. So again, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to try to use self-motivation and distracting flame. Both of them are actually 350s and have 40 something more. Maybe there is something up here. Actually, I think the person in my group went up here. Medium catapult. Here, I'll help crank. Oh yeah, you need to, so I kind of forgot about this, that I can't tell where this is aiming. I think you need to actually hit their catapults with this catapult, if I remember correctly. Because that catapult will keep hitting our guys, and out-healing that is not the easiest thing. I just can't tell where it's aiming. Maybe we need to crank it a lot more. We'll see. Or not. Fire? Let's see where it fires. Okay, so it shows you after, so we need to aim it left and crank a little bit. Or maybe not left. It looks like it aimed too far left now. Ooh, just one right. So yeah, I'll keep doing this to try and take out their catapult and see how that goes. Again, last time what happened when I failed this, I remember now, is their catapults kept taking out our soldiers and ultimately led to our loss. Fortunately, I don't have too much I can do with these. Oh, this catapult's actually almost destroyed looking. Oh, it took it out, okay. Well, that's exciting. I might go to heal spec just so I can be ready to heal them. Oh, I went to fire spec on accident. Well, let's see. The soldiers are doing okay. We need to make sure we keep getting them healed and armored up when possible. Looks like they got a long cooldown on heal. See, this set looks like all their stuff is used, so should be able to respec here in a second, and I'll do that. Try to heal some of the soldiers up. One thing I just wish is you could AoE target the AoE heal them, because they just take so much damage. And all of like my fellowship type heals, of course, don't heal them, and even the splash heals, but individually I can eventually get them up using my heals. Oh, and my bubble, that can do them all. That's a really good thing because it heals as well, so it's like the one AoE thing. I don't think the Faints Entwined helps with them, but I can try that. But yeah, this group looks like their morale's going decent. I know they do heal over time. I think they do, at least. A little bit on their own, and again, if you go through the captain, that's why also officer may be useful here, because you can do more with healing. I'm not too sure how officer works, but yeah, maybe I'll go ahead and make a new epic battle spec, actually make it, can't do that in combat, so get out of combat here and then I will do that. So I'm going to try officer, I think would be. Yeah, I'll do officer. Heal order cooldown. That's like the main one I want right now. Protect the workers. Oh, you go down here? I don't know how to get back up, but I do know you can jump down at least. So before I really do anything and mess anything up, I can't change specs. I don't know why there's a cooldown. Did I change the epic battle spec? Uh-oh. Oh well, I can just do some healing. Let's actually get, so one is my lightning spec. And I'll go ahead and do some officer stuff. I guess so. This is just about points spent, so I guess I could spend a bunch of points. I just won't get to the later rows earlier. Haste potency. Banner. What is banner? Unlocks the ability to use shield stance, siege armor, and arrow volley armor. Oh, that's neat. Target. Probably banner cooldown, even though I have no idea what that does. It just sounds good. There we go. That looks like an officer setup that isn't that useful. So I really don't know. Guess just defeat these mobs. I haven't been paying attention because I haven't seen anything actually to do all that much. You know, the one side mission I did earlier just like totally randomly failed. I wonder if you can tell them. So they have like siege armor. Oh, you can choose one of the armors. Oh, you can bring the rocks here? I didn't realize you could bring these rocks. I really was sitting around there doing nothing when I could have been taking the rocks the whole time. Like when I was switching specs and doing things like that, but... oh well. Seems like we're doing pretty good still. We've protected the workers. None of them have been defeated. There is an unsealed time penalty, but we just need one more and that should be going there. So yeah, we got platinum on that. Wow. Oh, this is probably quite a bit better. This actually might be better than my teal one and keep the purple one. That'd be pretty crazy if that was true, but the maximum power is just a useless stat. Let's see, Tactical Master, I'm at 185.7 with the scaling stats. And I got a gold ring, which would be very exciting, but it's level 85. If I was actually level 95, it would be much better. I don't know the stats on that, if it like rolls randomly or what is going on with that, but I will say having maximum power again as a stat isn't that great, but I think that's still a big upgrade over my purple one. So we did have one banner destroyed. I'm going to go back to heal spec again and make sure there's no catapults or siege weapons destroying our stuff, and yeah, just heal these soldiers, make sure again they stay healed up. I will do that. No arrow volley armor, haste and damage, and then this set, try and get them healed up, except everything's on cooldown. Who do I want to bubble? We'll do that group. Okay, I think we got a platinum. Oh, you need to do that? I am now. Oh, I can heal the banners. I know you can heal most of the targetable things. Wow, I can heal these so fast. These are pretty crazy because I can heal them too. It goes faster than repairing. So it sounds like you can even build while healing and cast your heals while building. That would be crazy. But yeah, it's pretty crazy that you can just heal stuff in the first place like that. Uh-oh. Our catapult broke. But yeah, this is going much better than the first run. I don't remember. I think I streamed that. If I remember correctly, the first time I ran through this and it wasn't going well and I was like trying to heal them as well. Because we had a bunch of the soldiers dying. And that's kind of why I'm on heal mode, one of the reasons. And then also, I didn't even realize the banners were actually things you could click and not only repair, but then you can cast your good old Rune Keeper heals on them. So one thing you can do that I've not been doing as well during downtime like this is just remove all the grappling hooks and ladders to slow down the enemies a little bit. I kind of feel like the last time I did epic battles, which was the last time I streamed them, I wasn't quite enjoying it as much, but this, for some reason today, I'm actually having a bit of fun with them here. It's just an odd thing because I know I used to never really like them, but playing them again, I was curious, like especially with my kinship and having a consistent group like that. If, you know, I would actually maybe enjoy them and playing with a larger group. Kind of the issue there is, though, you only have Deeping Wall and you only have Helm's Dike for the 12 and 6 man. So you're really limited what you can do with a large group. It seems like so many of them are focused on solo and duo, which I think is less exciting. Just the idea of that. But hey, teacher, man. It's going surprisingly good here with the epic battles. I was just talking about, I don't know if you joined like right after I started talking about it, but that I am surprised a little bit that I'm enjoying it today, because last time I did the epic battles, I wasn't having quite as much fun. But looks like we're going to be pelted a little bit by the catapults. I don't think our medium catapult would be repaired yet. I don't know if their catapult hits. No, I just need to keep our guys healed up. But back to what I was talking about in general. Yeah, it looks like our catapult's just destroyed. I don't know what to do about that. Probably siege armor. That's actually what I should probably put on everybody. I know the arrows do come eventually. Looks like I can't do siege armor on them. Can't do it on these. Wait for the cooldown. Can't do it on them. But yeah, I think even going forward, the next couple months, next few weeks or whatever. It will be interesting seeing how wonder if there's a reason this one just costs more. 8 points to next rank. Wow, that's crazy. Target priority, maybe target priority. I have no idea. Heal order potency, that's what I need right now, and I'm just doing the spec specifically for this. Oh, I got mark target. Banner, place a banner that improves vanguards, place a banner that improves engineers. I think any in my group. Oh, that is interesting. I didn't know officer had anything like that. So teacher man, you used to like doing epic battles, particularly the Gondor one, so you'd run Peligir with your kin. So that is my favorite epic battle if I had to pick a favorite one. That is, I think, just the most enjoyable one. So there should be little like sappers. Yeah, the sappers, they're the ones I want to set the target priority to. Make sure I do the heals. Oh, that one just started the cooldown. I guess the cooldown is shared between these groups. So I'll give them the bubble and that should heal everybody around there up nicely. And this is when I think we started failing last time I ran this. We were getting hit by the catapults, couldn't do anything about that, and then all these arrows. We've already had 2 banners burned, wow. Also a bit hard to target them. Like this one's almost done. And I'm repairing it as I'm healing it, which is kind of crazy. Oh, so with Menace Borgle, you ended up buying the Collector's Edition and you boosted your Rune Keeper. And boy, does it hit hard. Yeah, my Rune Keeper here hits hard for the content. With lightning. With fire, it takes a little bit to build up, and I think fire is just weaker than it used to be, relatively. With this character, it's not as bad, but I have a Rune Keeper in the level 50 something that it's not quite as good with. In my 120 Rune Keeper on Arkenstone, that one's a little bit better with the damage. But yeah, lightning is definitely good for the instant damage. Try to keep as many soldiers healed up as I can right now. It's just really annoying trying to target them and know like which one's low health. They don't have any health bars or anything you can put up, and they don't get hit by splash heals or anything like that. Arrow volley armor, definitely. Really gotta make sure the commanders aren't defeated, and same with like Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. If they're defeated, then we just lose. Oh, that one's not in line of sight. So our side mission is inside the tower, defend the tower from waves of goblins. So after I get out of combat, go ahead and put a bubble up, but after I get out of combat, well, I guess I could help with that now, but I'm out of combat. Help with that a little bit. As far as like doing side missions versus the main thing and making sure everybody else is alive, that is a tough choice because we can just fail the side mission and that's it. But if we fail the main thing, we just totally fail. I don't know, I might have to actually just go back to focusing on these guys. I've had quite a few soldiers defeated. It looks like they're pretty solid on that other side. Of course, that's where I keep bubbling them. More issues over here, so should get some bubbles on this side instead. And that'll just keep healing them. That's one thing that's nice, that it actually hits an AoE, because it does not just the bubble, but it does all the morale over time component. Teacher Man, I have not tried streaming through Discord. As far as I know, it's supposed to be pretty simple though. Ooh, these soldiers are actually having a rough time. Earlier they were all fine and it seemed like none of them were dying compared to the other ones, but now that I actually click one that's like getting pretty low. There's Gimli. He's doing alright. Really just need to check Eomer, Gimli, Legolas. And I think the person in my group disconnected. Ooh, and I almost got one shot there. Okay, Aragorn and Gamling. They're the two that I have not seen. These all look like soldiers. There's Aragorn. Alright, the tower has been destroyed, but that was expected. There's Legolas. I think he was the one I was looking for, actually. I already forgot. They're all on like this side, and then all these soldiers seem like they're having the rough time. And I really don't know how much longer this has. We only had 2 side missions, and if this is like Helm's Dike, then we'll have 3. Which I think would be pretty tough in general to like survive all that. Ooh, that banner is almost dead. I shall repair it while healing it. Probably doesn't help. We've had 10 soldiers defeated. It looks like we lost another banner. I kind of didn't even know at one point that you had to pay attention to the banners. Oop, I'm still targeting the other one somehow. Once I get the banner healed up, at least it does last a while. Just gotta remember to actually check on it. And it doesn't help that the person in my group disconnected. Oh, I could do shield stance. Oops, I meant to try to use my AoE bubble. Okay, gotta check the named NPCs again just to make sure. I think it's entirely possible though that you can fail even without them dying. I just think last time that one of them died when we did fail. Oh. We're, oh, just having some trouble. A lot of soldiers defeated, half the flags burned. Did you say there are 4 of the side quests on this one? Oh, because we've had 2, and I'm hoping there's only 2, and there's not too much left with this. Seems like I switched to officer. That seems like a pretty useful one for this. I didn't have anything to do with engineer here. And our big catapult at the top of the tower got destroyed early on. Yeah, so by their catapult, I think. So then they had their 2 catapults going the whole time. Yeah, I've been healing what I can, but it's nice that the Rune Keeper has a lot of heal over time, so I can just do like 1 or 2 on somebody and it will heal them up after a bit, and then I can just keep switching. So it looks like I need to go back to the... Okay, I did hit a few people with that. Gotta make sure every essay of exaltation I use actually hits more than 1. Hits like the largest group possible that I can get with it. I might be able to do, yeah, the arrow volley. I'll do armor on this side. Actually, I just healed this side, so oh, they still need the heal. This one's going on a long time. I don't know if it's actually going. This epic battle is taking forever, but it feels like it's taking forever. I can look back on my stream. I think normally Helm's Dike takes about 35 minutes. It's probably set on a timer. If this one is similar, then we probably have like 5 minutes to go. But it feels like it's been 45 minutes already somehow. Try to get a bubble. There just aren't many soldiers on this side, which probably means they are the ones that need the heals more. Pretty sure I made those sappers the target priority, so they should be doing decently with that. Wow, this commander is taking a lot of damage. We're losing, I think, a little bit of merit. We're on like, I don't even know if we're on bronze, maybe on iron. And you have to be a sub here. So somebody in my kin didn't have Helm's Deep, and I guess didn't realize that he could have gotten it for 99 LOTRO points. So there's just somebody in my kin that can't do this stuff. Hey, Marco Vargas. I really feel like there's stuff for me to be actively doing, but all I'm really doing is running around, checking the soldiers, looking at their morale, using my heals over time, and just repeating that for so long. I feel like nothing is actually happening in this. I think that's one of the things that make these feel less epic. Cap that banner off, give all these guys a bubble. Oops, or I'll use my single target bubble on accident. Hey Stan, Jan. There's still a good group of soldiers here. There's not many in the middle. Probably actually should pay attention to Gimli's health because he's in the middle. They don't seem to take too much damage. This one soldier seems like he's getting beat up a little bit. But I think all the soldiers in the middle and even quite a few on the right side there died. Most of the ones we have left seem to migrate to the left. These ones, they're down to so few I can fairly easily individually click them and actually heal them now. All of these are probably better for my group heals. I don't know, are we still taking arrow volleys? Might try regular armor. Even these ones, they can do shield stance just to get a little bit more of the defense. Oops, I forgot it's the other way around. I should have bubbled the other ones, but that means these ones are good on morale. Oh, we actually finished. That is exciting because that one's pretty tough to do duo, especially I think at low rank. It seems like the most difficult epic battle I've tried. Ooh, we just finished. Oops, and I was in the middle and died. Yep. The wall explosion defeated me. I think. Yeah, there it is. I was not ready for that. I forgot about that, actually. Remember that being a thing. But I'm glad to have that one out of the way. And having said that, though, I'm still excited for the raid version of Deeping Wall. I think it's a fun one and probably a lot more fun when you have a lot of people. Yeah, it was a little bit. It just took forever. But yeah, besides it taking forever, is actually a little bit fun. It just, like, especially at the end there, I felt like the last 15-20 minutes of it, there's really just nothing to it besides the same thing. Healing, healing, healing. But anyway, oh, I have to the East Fold, so that's to talk to Gandalf. And he's right here. Wow. I was like, completed, I had quest to the East Fold, and it said talk to Gandalf. Then I talked to Gandalf. Well, Gandalf just randomly appears. I saw him out on his horse around here earlier. And then that's that quest. Just like get nothing after it. It's the craziest thing. That's one thing that just didn't make much sense what just happened. So we'll see. I'll probably be missing something because of that in the future, it seems like. Repair broken wagon. I feel like all the quests we've done here as well, there just hasn't been a lot of them have been out in the town. I haven't gone out and done much of anything. And I know this time we've been doing a lot of epic battles, to 2 of them, which is a lot. That's like over an hour. 2 epic battles. I don't know, I would consider that a lot longer than 2 instances. Even though some of the old like instances in LOTRO took a while. I feel like it was more engaging the whole time. Let's see, just repairing broken wagons. Easiest way to do that is just delete to target them and then see where they appear. Interrupted. I think I kept pressing the wrong button. But yeah, I'll do a few more quests here as far as like the stream goes. And maybe wrap up Edoras. I don't know how many more quests would be here. I don't remember exactly. And then see from there. But otherwise, how long have we been going? About 2 hours? Feels a little bit longer. I just think those epic battles take so long. They kind of wear me out. And they don't even in like reality. They take about 35 minutes, it seems like maybe up to 40 for the long ones, which compared to running a raid for 2 hours, one epic battle that's 40 minutes even isn't that long compared to a 2-hour raid. I think it's storming off in the distance. I see some lightning. It's dark and I still have like my curtains open and all that. Yes, there are storms on their way with a nice squall line. So if I stream for too much longer, that could become something that interferes. I don't know, because I just like recently moved. I don't know in this area if they have power outages commonly with storms. There have been a few storms that I've been through here, and like compared to, let me go back. In some areas I know are really bad with power outages and some aren't as bad. Like my old area wasn't that bad overall, even though like some parts of the city would be extra. Okay, there is this quest. I see a quest ring here, and because I'm talking about something totally different, I didn't actually know what I needed to do here. So I was just looking around for something, didn't have anything to do. Oh yeah, I still need to do Unhappy Burden, so that's like the next quest I need to do. Make sure we do not do moving a city until we are ready. So maybe I'll try today to go through moving a city. And let me see. I don't think we're going to be doing any more epic battles. And if they are, like my kin is, I'm deciding I will not join those. But yeah, we'll get the pelts and the nettles and the burdocks and make some great soothing tea. I assume the pelts will be used for like blankets, clothing, not for the tea. So if I remember correctly, we already checked that area a little bit for these items, but I don't remember exactly, so maybe I'll go south and then up. Although I kind of do want to go the other way, because I don't know if, like, for all I know, the nettles and burdocks could be in this area. And I'd be running around this whole area just looking for them. And then I have to go south if I, like, run all the way up north and don't find any. I need to... There we go. Move my legs up. So last time this didn't work. So the plains goat does count for the pelts? No, it does not. Okay. That would be why it didn't work, I guess. Unless... I thought that one, the corpse stayed a while, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll try a different animal. And see if I can target anything that is not scarring. What about wargs? Nope. The cow should count for the pelts. Yeah, and this one I can click in skin, I guess, for the pelt. Corpse of... okay, that's the one I already killed. Still not seeing, like, pressing delete just to target things, not seeing any nettles or burdock. Really don't know where to look for that stuff. Just because, like, with the quest, there's the pelts, which I think can be anywhere. I didn't even see Middle Meat and Intoid have some potential spots for these quests. So, I guess I have to cross this river at some point, might as well go now, where it looks like I'll actually be able to go to the shore. I think sometimes, usually they aren't very rude and block you like the whole way, this whole path, but it's possible. But it almost looked like, oh, you can actually even walk here. It almost looked like from back there that the slope could even be too large over here for you to get up on. Still not targeting any nettles or burdock, so we'll have to wait on that. And for now, just killing some cows and getting their pelts, is what it sounds like. I do like the wild horses. They let you kill so many like different wild animals in the game, except horses are not one of them. Like they let you kill a plains goat. Oh, they don't let you kill a fox, but that's even like a critter type animal. But I think it's just kind of funny that even though they let you kill cows and goats and things like that, they don't let you kill horses. Running. Oh, one thing I actually liked about the landscape where I was, so there was that field with the kind of purplish pinkish flowers back there, as there weren't any bushes, and just running into these, especially like here and all around this area now. I don't like those bushes. There are some that are a lot worse than these specific varieties right here, but just in LOTRO in general, I don't like the bushes. Anyway, trying to find animals. Maybe I should get on my worsted and not just run on foot trying to find them. I guess I got so used to Mordor Besieged, I was like on foot on my warden for a good portion of that, especially yesterday, where I was just like finding things I could do and didn't need to really get on my mount. I just kept having things to do, and here there's not even like enemies that I could be killing. There's just nothing. Sometimes it's okay that they are wide open areas, though. I don't think that's a bad thing. It just means that I actually need to get on my mount to do something with this quest. So we'll see. One more pelt and the map should be narrowed down for where I need to actually go for the nettles and burdock. And I don't know from there. There might be more quests with Edoras. I really don't remember. Oh, the deer count. This one, well, there's my silence. I gotta click it though. My interrupt rather. It's just with final word. I'm still getting used to the keybind, switching that and getting speak no evil on my skill bar with the Rune Keeper. Alright, let's see. I need to go. Wow. Did that really narrow down to only the river? Ended up at a convenient location, I guess, but according to the map, I should get my nettles. Oh, is this? This isn't a fishing thing, is it? That's the only thing I could almost think of. Let's see. Beast and pain soothing. So this is pain soothing herbs, especially near the river just north of the main gate. I wonder if the map here isn't that great because I'm pressing the, oh, there's nettles, okay. But one thing, okay, let's see from here where it leads us. There's burdock. I guess I just never actually went to this area. One thing though is I could have gone to the LOTRO wiki if I really couldn't find it after a while. That usually is a good resource for things like this. And kind of the technical information of where you need to go with quests and things like that. Because usually those things don't change, so as far as it being like out of date once somebody writes something on that, there isn't much issue. Yeah, everything's just here. It's all like densely packed. I guess of all the places I went and looked for and around this area, just never went here. So it's not too bad now that I actually found them, basically. It's kind of crazy. It is 8:37 my time. And, well, it's already September. It doesn't really feel like September, but just about a month ago, even a little bit less than a month ago, it would stay light outside till about an hour from now. And now it's already like very dark. Which it's also cloudy and stormy, which probably doesn't help with that, but even in general, it's like starting to get dark way earlier. Maybe just something I have to get used to with the new region. Because I was just thinking usually, which would have been usually a while ago, I wouldn't have to like think about turning my lights on until quite a bit later. Alright, I think I have helped everybody, and we are ready to move the city. Depart for Dunharrow. Okay. What level are these quests? 87, so I'm actually relatively on level with the legendary servers. We still have the XP debuff, which is, if anything, getting frustrating now that we're so high level. The main thing the XP debuff was good for was Angmar, because there was just so much and so many different things you could do. It was kind of more similar to the original game where you could do a bunch of different things to level to the cap, and even almost had to. But there are just so many sources of XP now, that wasn't even, you still didn't even have to do as much as you used to, I don't think. I won't say I'm totally familiar with how it was in the original Shadows of Angmar, because at least I heard it used to be even harder, but, or just slower really to level up. You had to do more. Hold up, what am I? There was some like user interface panel I wanted to open. I don't know why. Well, I will track my quest, but I still don't know what I wanted to open. But with Helm's Deep here, if you're going through like just the regular content, say the 85 to 95 content that I'm doing now, like all regular and just questing through it, you are going to eventually be under leveled. So I'm on level, but I'll get to that in a minute. Ooh, are there more quests here in the town? I guess there are more quests here in the town, I just never found them. Okay. It's not a bad thing. I guess they figured once you go to... He even has a quest himself, but once you go to him... that you would find that and then do these quests if you want. I should probably... I don't know, I wonder if I should move my patio furniture in. I'm not used to actually having that and having to deal with wind or something like that, but I have like light chairs. They could easily get blown over. Well, they really are having me do their chores. I was having to clean up a house, and I think I had to clean up 9 messes was the actual quest. Now I'm having to pull crops or water crops and pull weeds. Kind of crazy. Hey, Taco Blood. Oh, I guess there are other little areas that I need to water and pull crops from my mount. Oven. Bake Wayfarer's bread. So I just need to do this 5 times. So, baking more bread, and 2 more. It's a little bit slow to bake bread, but that probably makes sense. As far as the gear, I thought there might have been a couple things I actually had to look at. So, this bracelet, the teal one I have, it could be better than the one I have. If I don't need tactical mastery, which I don't really need, it might actually be better, especially if I need finesse. I don't need finesse, like, I want tactical mastery over finesse even. So I think the one I have equipped is actually better, even though it's purple. This one, same thing. Yeah, not seeing, I kind of forgot about my gear that I meant to look back. So Taco Blood, you were feeling sick in online school, so this is a pleasant surprise while you take your break. I'm guessing your online school, unless you like don't have a class right now, I don't know exactly how it works, if it's something you have to be there like at the right time, but or if it's just something you do at your own pace, just because I was thinking the time it was that you would probably not be around the time zone that I live in if that was the case. But anyway, after all that, I'm glad that this is a pleasant surprise for you, and hope that you are enjoying the stream, the little bit of working around Edoras and doing all their chores and that type of stuff. I think I missed somebody. At least this is a nice thing. More nice than watering the crops and pulling the weeds. I'm at least giving like bread to people who don't have food right now. I really need to find a vendor for the Westamnet iron coins and find out a little bit more about that. I think Westamnet would cover the whole West Rohan region, as far as like what they give you, so you don't have coins specifically for Edoras or like Kingstead. Yeah, Kingstead is where we are, and like coins just specifically for each one, because that was an annoying thing. If I remember correctly, East Rohan was kind of like that. But I do have to water 2 more crops. And then maybe we will be able to move the city. I guess I can move the city whenever, but I do want to do all these quests. Just one reason is I won't be able to do them once I finish moving the city. did not want floaty names on. Ooh, abandoning the land. That is okay. That's the one I want to turn in. Okay, now as far as I know, I can talk to EON and move the city. And once we get done moving the city, that's probably when it would be good for me to start wrapping up the stream. I think I talked about that like, I don't know, half an hour ago when we started this new quest chain with moving the city. Or just after I got back after doing the stuff outside Edoras for a little bit. But I think that's good progress if I can actually finish Edoras today and get moving on to a new area. I'm guessing Dunharrow is the next set, because if I can look at the book quests, I have so many book quests. So I'm on volume 3, book 12. Travel to, once you help the people of Entwade, which I've actually already helped the people of Entwade. I would go to Underharrow. Oh, Dunharrow is way down there. This one's the Underharrow, I think. But ready to move the city, so we can do that and get kind of wrapped up with us. I'm still connected to my kin's Discord, but I kind of want to take my headphones off. Not much of anybody saying anything. There is a lot of noise. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But that is the wind hitting my place. It's vibrating a lot. And I can't really see since it's so dark outside, but yeah, that's just the wind. Man, that's kind of crazy because I don't even think it's raining yet. It's totally distracting me from what I need to do here, so oh, I get to do more chores, more cleaning messes even. Some people like to play games to be kind of taken out of reality and the things you need to do in real life. And then if you go play LOTRO and do Edoras quest in West Rohan, you have to pull crops, water crops, or pull weeds, water crops, clean messes, get all the table, wash the dishes, do all sorts of things. But anyway, I'm going to disconnect from my connect from Discord, but it was fun this evening. See you all. I have my desk right next to a window, so I can open that just to look at the window a little bit more. Normally when it's like dark and light in here, don't like it open that much, but it's no big deal. Yeah, it's just like regular windy. I don't know how much you all can hear it, but it's making a lot of noise. And I talked about this a little bit earlier. I don't know if there are any issues with losing power being common, uncommon, or something that occasionally just happens here with storms, but just so you all know, since it's about to be storming and already heavy winds, that is a possibility if I randomly disconnect. Examine the tapestries. Oh, yeah, and those are around the edges. Kind of forgot about that quest once I got it. Oh, I'm not even paying attention. It's actually giving descriptions of what they are. That's pretty neat if you're interested in that and following that. Did this one not, or can you just keep re-examining them? Yeah, it looks like that won't progress the quest, even though I already examined it, so that would make sense. I thought this was the first one I did. This one looks like Sauron. Receives the keys of Orthanc to Orthanc. Then we get to fight Sauron and Orthanc. Well, that's actually before this expansion. 2 expansions before this one in Rise of Isengard. Okay, so got that done. Look around the 2nd and 3rd floor. More chores, probably. I wouldn't doubt that they need another mess cleaned up there, or multiple messes. Right, this is 2nd floor. Okay, I looked at it. Pretty sure that's technically not a floor. This one I would consider the 2nd floor, even though there's a little floor right there. Anyway, I don't know what this quest wants me to do. I'm pretty sure I did all the evacuation with Edoras, but I don't specifically remember this. So now I need to bring the letter to Eowyn. I think she's in Medicil, but I don't remember. Maybe not. There's also quite a bit of lightning I see outside, but nothing that's like actually audible with the thunder. Oops. Wait. I did not get a quest, but I have a ring inside. Yeah, it just says completed a last look around. I don't know, maybe I did have a quest in here the whole time. We'll see. Or it just popped up now that I finished. Yeah, I get to accept a quest now. A dreary prospect. Pick up food and carry it to Eowyn's room. The quest is here. I just don't know where I pick up the food to take it to Eowyn's room. There we go, plate of food. I don't know where Eowyn's room is either. Back there, maybe? Oh. I thought there was another door I may have seen. I don't even know if this is like... There's also a little door there. If you have to like take it to the door, or if it's an open area, I really have no idea. There we go. Do I have to take the sword off the bed or something? Unused. Oh, I'm just examining. It's a scuff mark. And one more thing. Untouched food. Well, I just delivered the food. Oh, the previous plate. I guess that's the one I did not bring. That was like here before I brought one. Okay, so return to Witwin if I can find my way out of here. So Taco Blue, do you have to get back to class now? But thanks for helping you calm down. Well, I'm glad I was able to help with you calming down. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Have fun in your class.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Finish now. Try to cheer up Eowyn. I was thinking she was outside, but maybe she's actually in her rooms. I think she came into the room. Maybe. Okay, maybe not. I thought it was like, I don't know if it was just like a vision type thing. Where she was a little bit transparent. I wasn't paying too much attention to what was going on there with her, but I thought she was outside Meadowseld, but then I kind of remember that part with the previous quest. So I thought I would check there. But if I just went with my original plan, we would have already been there. I kind of forgot I started the stream a little bit earlier than the past couple that I have, because I was just ready to go early. It seems like it's probably going to be typical that Tuesdays is, depending exactly what's going on, that will be slightly later for me to be doing streams, and Wednesdays that might also be the case in the future. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know, Wednesday shouldn't have trouble doing longer streams. Again, really depending what's going on that specific day, but just thinking in general of like my streams and schedules. Usually, if I can do a longer stream, I like to start it around 6 o'clock my time, which would be 7 o'clock server time with LOTRO. 7 o'clock Eastern time. Wonder if I forgot I don't even need to do not fall. I was so used to doing that class deed. I still think about trying to put it on everybody possible. But otherwise with streams, in general, like Friday, Saturday, maybe less so, well, Sundays actually. Usually do Kin Stuff Sunday, but that one I can do longer streams in general. But yeah, Friday and Saturday, just because they're the weekend, are good. And Saturday is when I was thinking about trying to do morning streams, and then if I have like a video for a Saturday, that would be later in the day. Again, I don't know how loud it is in the background, but that wind's just really loud. There's not like really heavy rain, there's rain, but it's mainly just the wind being so noisy out there. It's kind of, I like that sound. It's just wind in general can be a bit dangerous. Ooh, I have a trait point. I'm actually not sure Essence of Flame is a good idea. I think even Essence of Winter would do more damage as a Lightning Rune Keeper. But kind of the things that I would want. Oops. Ooh, join EON in battle. That actually sounds exciting. I'll get on my war steed just in case, because that's what it looks like we are doing, unfortunately. Oh. Alright, if she can take care of the mounted enemies, I would very much so rather deal with this big troll. Wonder why my runestone... Oh, I'm too close. I keep trying to use it, you're probably saying that, and it just keeps saying too close. Oh, he can be stunned. Actually, I had the runestone, which would have stunned him anyway, though. Alright, have to kill the mounted enemies. At least it looks like a couple of them I can kill off mount. Hopefully all of them, that would be the case. So I did not mean to use my stun, because I don't think it stuns mounted enemies. It slows them a little bit. Oh, that was a strong heal from Sustaining Bolt. I don't know if it normally heals for that much, but I just noticed that one really brought my morale up. She says we've done it, but I honestly feel like I did just about everything with that fight. In need of cheering up, that was the quest. That would cheer me up, some combat after all these chores that have been kind of annoying tasks, I guess. Eowyn cannot be cheered by you or by any power you possess. Well, I could see why. So is that the end here? Or, well, I know I have book 12, chapter 1 to go to Underharrow. But I kind of feel like there should be more quests here that just kind of randomly ended, where it just says Eowyn cannot be cheered up. And I really don't remember this. I know I did Edoras back in the day, but I just don't remember it all that much. At least I'm pretty sure I did Edoras and all that, but maybe I am ready to go to Underharrow and that's just the end of it. I also know last time I completed a quest here and looked like I didn't get anything, that I actually had to go to Medicel, the meat hall there. So one thing I will do is I'm going to look it up on the LOTRO wiki, because as I mentioned, that is a good resource for something like this. So quest chain, in need of cheering up, and it sounds like Edoras, Lady Eowyn's charge. Oh, so this quest chain, yes, after I finish In Need of Cheering Up, I do move on with the book quest. So it looks like we are done with Edoras finally. As far as the questing goes in this town, it wasn't particularly unenjoyable or enjoyable. It's just kind of funny doing the chores. For some people that may be less fun and just doing things around town, but I really do think streaming helps with quests like that where there's just not too much going on, because I can talk while just doing all the little things. As far as like my enjoyment of it goes, I don't think I would have had as much fun if I wasn't streaming this. So that is actually a contributing factor to how much I enjoy, I guess, questing. But yeah, it was just kind of standard in town type questing. And the little bit that I had to go out of the town for wasn't particularly exciting or particularly bad either. It was just kind of regular. But I am ready to travel to Underharrow, so while I travel to Underharrow, I will kind of do the outro sort of stuff for the stream. So just so you all know what is coming up as far as content goes, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, that I would be testing out testing out a few different videos, just a few different types of videos that are kind of unlike things I've done before. Some of them are a little bit similar. One particular is something I have done before. But I'm doing like a 4-part series on the captain, almost kind of like reviewing the class, and I will be working on that throughout this week and hope to start that Monday and have that wrapped up in like a week after I start it. So like maybe you'll have a lot of videos, a lot of shorter videos earlier in the day. That would be like, usually I try to upload those 12 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, that is something to look out for starting next week. And otherwise, this Friday I will have another video on the Rune Keeper. I'm going to, after I do the captain stuff, try to get back to making more guides and class guides and some of the new type of guides I'm thinking about doing. And then after I get a little bit settled with the guides and things like that, and just especially like outside of YouTube and LOTRO and all that once I get a little bit, I'll be getting busier with like work and schoolwork. So I'll have to see how that goes, how busy exactly I am, and then see from there how much I can do. But I'm going to be trying to start a new project, I think, with LOTRO and content in it. And I think it would be something that's very helpful to actually have out in like video format. Oh, I guess I can continue this quest while I'm still talking, but yeah, just thinking about taking on a big project. So I'll share more on that if I actually have anything to share on it later. But anyway, as far as this stream goes, it was a little bit enjoyable with the epic battles. They started enjoyable, but just because they take so long, even though they don't really take like an extremely long time, it just feels like they take forever and go super slow sometimes, that I'll wait to turn these in and get a fresh start on the next stream on this character, that it just makes it seem maybe a little bit more boring because it feels like it takes forever. It feels like they take an hour each to me when they really take like 35 to 40 minutes, I think, about the two I did. But anyway, that did start enjoyable. I'm having fun, I would say, with the West Rohan questing, really just still re-exploring it. I feel like I haven't done too much. This stream was, again, just doing stuff in Edoras. Feels like I did a whole bunch of nothing as far as that actually goes, to be honest. But anyway, I hope you all did enjoy the stream and enjoyed the epic battles and Edoras quests. With all that, this is a neat landscape, I will say. Some of the town stuff doesn't always look that great, especially in screenshots. It can look a little bit cluttered, but as far as like the sky, the night sky behind the clouds, and a little bit of the bloom and environment, it does look pretty neat. But again, I hope you all did enjoy this, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more, or joining the channel as a member to support the content. And thanks for watching and joining, everybody.